Here's Jake Dodgen on the rush. Gives right side for Kaspic. Backhander misses the net wide. Comes to the nearest side. Mackenzie Entwistle loses it at the point. Here's Wallman, a drive, scores! Jake Wallman with a rocket from the left circle underneath the pad of Kevin Lockett. The Rampage have a 3-2 lead. The Rampage forecheck finally created the turnover they needed. Mackenzie Entwistle gave it away to Jake Wallman at the left point. And with the Ice Hogs trapped up ice, Wallman's able to walk it into the left circle and let one go, and this just squeezes through Kevin Lockett. Vecchione scoops it up and moves it to the blue line, not out, held in there by Lazat. Pass in front for Agazino, saved by Husso, rebound, he made another as he got crossed with the left pad on Nason. Penguins swarming early as Husso makes two great stops. Rubens will turn it the other way for Gaudette through center. Over the Rampage line, Gaudette, nice move around Lelegia, drives to the net, save made by Wilcox with the left pad. Rebound was poked wide. Wilcox made the save and the puck just laid in the blue paint. Back through the neutral zone, Vecchione dances over the Marlies line. Nice move to the middle, Vecchione scores! Beautiful move by Vecchione one-on-one. He gets to the middle and he beats Woll between the pads. The Rampage have a 2-0 lead. Goals in back-to-back games for Mike Vecchione as he did quite the job on Jesper Lindgren on the left wing side. Inside-outside move, got to the hash marks and let it rip.
Page have won 3 in a row. They won 5 of their last 6. And Dan, year by year, the rodeo road trip is always one of the more challenging hurdles the Rampage have to clear. This season, it might be what gets their year back on track.
Well, I've always said a wrist shot deflected wide. Down from the left point, Wallman kept it alive, gets it back out to the blue line. Pouliot, he'll give right side Darcy. Now Pouliot again, drags it along the blue line. Nice move around Camano. Good left side, Wallman scores! Jake Wallman crept down from the left point and from the left circle takes a feed from Pouliot and banks it off point and in. It's a power play goal. The Rampage have a 4-0 lead.
4 spots.
Now the Rampage don't get out of the rodeo road trip completely unscathed. They have several players out tonight due to illness, and they lose Nathan Walker last Saturday against Grand Rapids, a lower body injury. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, but just in time, the Rampage get a new addition to their lineup, and it's a former first-round pick in Joshua Hosang.
Yeah, Josh Hosang, who spent...
And bounces to the near corner as Burden was out of position. Now Walker again, feed in front looking for Vecchione, was poked away by Burden, comes out to the left point, Wallman. Right point, Lelegia walks in, sends in front for a redirect, scores! Nathan Walker from between the hash marks, the high zone redirect, it squeezes between the pads of Mikhail Burden. And with 1:41 left to play, the Rampage are back in front. It's 3-2.
Kind of maneuver your way through the first period and just kind of get yourself re-familiar with your home ice and everything that goes around with that. And I think the Rampage have done a good job acclimating themselves as this period has gone along, probably for a little bit more of an offensive push here as we move in forward in this game.
Nastasiak off the faceoff with through on goal deflection, score! Tanner Kaspic in front with the redirect. The Rampage have a 2-1 lead.
San Antonio Rampage have a 2-1 lead over the Grand Rapids Griffins after 20 minutes of play. Mike Vecchione got the scoring started, and he joins us now. Mike, thanks for taking a few moments with us.
And thank you, Bear.
Now, Mike, the goal you scored, a quick response goal for your team. You drove the net. Derek Pouliot got the puck to the net. What was your read driving to the goal?
You know, I just saw the puck coming wide. You know, they're driving. They got
Borgman, Olsen, and Pouliot onto the ice for the Rampage. Novak out with Schneider. Carrier still remaining from the first trio for Milwaukee. He'll head to the bench now to get a change. Novak has the puck at his own line as Davies hops onto the ice. Here's Schneider through center. Over the Rampage line, right wing side. Holds onto it. Schneider high slot gives right side for a shot by Novak. Stopped by Wilcox. Getting across from right to left to make the save. Puck wheeled back out to the neutral zone by Davies. 1.5 minutes gone in overtime. Davies will bring it right back in now. High slot, dropped it off. Right wing try, saved by Wilcox. On the snapshot, that came from Pitlick. Rampage clear it back out to center. Davies at center. He's got Pitlick and Trennan with him. Here's Trennan, right circle. Drops it there for Pitlick. Watched by Pagansky. Pitlick waiting. Now gives for Trennan a center point. He'll dump it down into the far corner. No one there for either team. Puck hit off the referee and a save made by Wilcox. The puck hit the referee behind the net and popped in front, and Wilcox had to lunge back in front to stop Trennan. Trennan has it at the blue line, but he'll have to curl back out to center. What awareness by Wilcox. He was going behind the net to play the puck, and a lunge back in front to guard the open cage. 2:45 left in overtime. Tied at 4. Donovan will go back in his own zone and now lead Richard. Anthony Richard on the right wing into the Rampage zone, pulls up. Now carries to the high slot, watched by Paganski. Dropped it off. Novak working into the left wing corner. Darcy on him. Now Richard takes over left wing corner. Trying to get away from Paganski. Richard tries to split the D, but left the puck behind, and Ranke takes it away. Ranke, Paganski, and Darcy for the Rampage 3. Here's Darcy into the offensive zone. Left wing, Cam Darcy feathers across for Wallman. A backhander stopped by Grosnick. Rebound came out to the high slot. Paganski has it there. Rampage in the midst of a partial change, so Darcy will rag it back out to center. Wallman, Darcy, Costin on the ice. 2 minutes left to play. Puck brought in by Wallman, but a whistle. It's an offside. Again to revisit for Adam Wilcox, a phenomenal save. The puck was rolling behind the net. He went back to play it. It hit the referee's skate and popped back in front. And Wilcox, his left skate below the goal line, his right leg above it. Somehow able to get a piece of the Trennan try from the right wing circle to keep this game alive. A minute 57 left in overtime. Again, we are tied at 4. Darcy, Vecchione, and LaLeggia on the ice for the Rampage. Rampage control first. LaLeggia will rag it back. Admirals have Gaudreau, Carrier, and Tolvanen. Vecchione handles over the Milwaukee line. Left wing, curls to the middle now, drops it off. Darcy left it for LaLeggia. He'll circle back out to the neutral zone. Rampage will regroup and try again. Here's LaLeggia with speed through center on the right wing. Got around Gaudreau. LaLeggia right circle, sends in front, score! Nolan Stevens on the left wing side hits the open net. The Rampage win 5-4. Joey LaLeggia brought it in on the right wing side. He had the patience to pull up. And when he got across, Nolan Stevens had a wide open net. The Rampage get their second overtime winner of the season, and they cap off the rodeo road trip with a huge overtime win against the best team in the AHL. And for the Rampage, they had to battle in the third period, a third period that was much wilder, I'm sure, than they anticipated. But they find a way in overtime. Nolan Stevens gets the winner, and the Rampage finish the rodeo road trip 6-3-1 and move closer to a playoff spot in the Central Division. 40 minutes in the books. The San Antonio Rampage have a 2-1 lead over the Grand Rapids Griffins. No scoring in that middle frame as the Rampage defensively locked down, and Ville Husso had a strong middle period. Brian McCormack here with you, and for the San Antonio Rampage, we've talked about it over the course of this broadcast, but one of the things they've done so much better since about the midway point of the rodeo road trip is their performance in one-goal hockey games. Those tight games that they were not winning back in December, they're now finding ways to find the extra goal to make the extra save. And in this game, again, a one-goal game in the second period. Ville Husso had to be good on several occasions. And for the Rampage, plenty of pressure on Pat Nagel as well. Nolan Stevens getting up on the rush. And Josh Hosang, the new addition to the Rampage, loaned to the Rampage earlier today from the New York Islanders, getting in on the action as well. So the Rampage had their skating legs in that middle period, and they're finding ways to maintain the pace of play and to kind of control, to dictate the flow of the hockey game in these one-goal contests. So for head coach Drew Bannister, he's going to be very happy with that performance in the second period, I do imagine, and we'll have him with you momentarily. But for the Rampage, also worth mentioning the power play. The power play in that second period, they had several opportunities, unable to capitalize on them, but Mike Vecchione nearly did, as Mike Vecchione had a goal disallowed, and we'll find out what Drew Bannister thinks about that as we are now ready with head coach Drew Bannister. And Coach, thanks for taking a few moments with us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Now, Coach, can I ask you first off, the goal that was disallowed late in the period, I imagine that was due to goaltender interference. Would it be your argument that the Griffins initiated that contact?
Yeah, there's no question, and the ref said he was 100% certain that they didn't, but there's no question. I mean, I saw the
Back at the AT&T Center, Brian McCormack here with you, getting ready for the final meeting of the season, the fourth and final between the Rampage and Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Rampage have at least a point in each of the first three. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups are being driven by Caliente Harley-Davidson, San Antonio's premier Harley dealership. Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins will start with Anthony Angelo, Cole Castles, and Sam Militic up front. John Lazant and Pierre-Olivier Joseph on the back end. Rampage will send out Nico Mikkola and Mitch Ranke on defense, with Ryan Olsen, Zach Nastasiak, and Jordan Nolan up front. Between the pipes, Casey DeSmith gets his 29th call of the season for the Penguins, 12-11-2 with a .296 goals against and .903 save percentage. Billy Husso will stand in the crease for the 29th time this year, 9-12-7 with a .297 goals against and an .898 save percentage. Wearing the armbands, calling balls and strikes, referee Stephen Renault with Alex Ross, linesman Fred Huddy and Carl Sasson. Mike Vellucci is the head coach of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Rampage led as always by head coach Drew Bannister as the puck is dropped, and we're underway. On a Tuesday night in San Antonio, Rampage will dump it in deep as Nico Mikkola sends it into the far corner. Nastasiak after it has Cole Castles on him. Castles hacked it up the left wing boards. Militic plays it to the line, not out, kept at the right point by Nolan, but now he's forced out to center. Rampage will regroup in the neutral zone. A puck chipped in deep by Ryan Olsen. Rampage in black jerseys with white numbering and silver trim go right to left in this first period. Ryan Olsen has it behind the Penguin net. Centers one in front, intended for Nastasiak. That was broken up by Joseph and now carried out to center by Militic. Drops it for Castle's left wing over the Rampage line. He'll leave it left circle. Militic threw it in front. That's off the skate of Nico Mikkola. Rampage turned it back out to center on the stick of Ryan Olsen. Over the Penguin line, took a bump from Warasowski and lost the puck behind the net where John Nyberg takes over. Penguins in white with gold trim, black lettering. They go from left to right in this first period in the Pittsburgh Penguin color scheme. They are the Penguins' AHL affiliate. Rampage on the attack. Vecchione had his pass broken up by Nyberg, and then a right point shot by Wesley went wide. Near half wall, Nathan Walker picks it up, and he'll carry into the near corner. Gets help now from Austin Paganski. Out to the left point, Pouliot. He'll send it right back down the wall behind the net. Walker fed the side of the cage for Vecchione. His shot was whiffed wide. Far corner again. Walker and Nyberg battling. Now Paganski right circle, gives out to the right point. Wesley gives left point. Pouliot with a lane to the middle. Tried to feed it down low. That was broken up by Chase Berger. Bounces the far wall where Walker has it again. Good offensive zone shift here for the Rampage as Walker loses the puck to Nyberg. Nyberg had knocked off his stick. Good help there from Mike Vecchione. Now the puck rolls to the near side of the ice. Vecchione will chase it down again. Mike Vecchione fed the high slot, but there to intercept and force it out to center was Adam Johnson. Rampage will regroup at their own line. A minute 50 gone, scoreless first period. Costin wheeling through center through a forest of white jerseys, gets into the offensive zone. A backhander save made by DeSmith, and the rebound punched wide by Nolan Stevens. Good power move to the front by Clem Costin. Stevens almost capitalized. Pass in front of the Penguin net. Stevens fanned on the shot. Puck cleared out to center. Rampage will regroup. Jake Wallman brings it over the line, but it's an offside whistle. Costin had not yet gotten out. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Jake Wallman with 3 goals in his last 2 games. He scored twice on Saturday. A backhander in the second period that gave the Rampage a 2-1 lead, and then a one-timer in the third period that knotted the game at 3 and ultimately forced overtime. Even deeper into the Rockford zone by Dylan Sekura. Now he'll weave out to neutral ice. Sekura dropped off for Carlson, trying to split the defense, but he's tied up. Good job by Vecchione. It still ends up on goal. But Wilcox pokes it away. That was good back-check work by Vecchione to stop Carlson from charging down the middle. Now the Rampage have possession for the first time in overtime. Vecchione on the right wing. Winds, fires, and he missed the net just wide. Trying to go short side on Delia, just missed the post. And now the Ice Hogs back out to center in transition. Carlson with Quenneville 2-on-1. Right wing Carlson across where Quenneville scores! John Quenneville from the left wing circle got rid of it right away on the 2-on-1 feed from Lucas Carlson. And he puts it past the blocker of Adam Wilcox. It's an overtime winner and a 3-2 final for Rockford.
Rampage fans are thrilled that the Rampage are back in town because they've been gone again for almost a calendar month. And with that, it is Military Appreciation Night. The fans are ready to go. When we come back, we'll have our goaltender matchup. Starting lineups in the drop of the puck. It's the Rampage and the Grand Rapids Griffins hockey with the Herd coming your way next.